I mean, they get all sorts of cookies from Trump, huge windfalls from his, tax bill and the continuation of his 2017 tax cuts. What I thought was interesting about Ray Dalio's argument was that he mentioned that the federal government now has a stake in Intel in order to manufacture semiconductor chips here in the United States, which I think is a really important thing to do. And also, isn't it better for taxpayers to get something back from their investment as opposed to just giving a corporation a massive amount of taxpayer money?
I think you're making a really good point about the Intel stake. It's first of all, it's not unusual for governments and not socialist governments per se. Israel takes stake in companies. Denmark takes stakes in companies. That's not unusual. It does worry me, frankly, that this administration is taking a stake in private business because I don't think this administration is good at running things. I mean, it's very, very complicated to do industrial policy. I was a fan of what Biden did, but even with an administration in which everybody was sort of swimming in the same lane, it's very difficult to get it right.
So Ben, I mean, when Trump is picking winners and losers in all sorts of aspects of the economy, I'm struggling to understand how that aligns with a conservative view of economic policy.
Well, I mean, first of all, I don't think that him taking a stake in Intel does align with a conservative view of economic policy, but he's done many things. He's lowered taxes, he's deregulated, he's been cutting inside various executive functions of the federal government. All of that does. So what you have is a bunch of sort of mixed waters. What I do find interesting about the Ray Dalio analogy is if we're going to talk about sort of authoritarian centralization of the economy, and you want to do it in the United States, we could talk about the FDR administration, which is one of the great centralizing attempt in the history of the United States. You literally had the FDR administration forcing businesses to put an eagle in the window of their business in order to do this. But I find the left loving this sort of stuff. Joe Biden wanted to be FDR. All we hear about is the wonders of FDR. And when Barack Obama was calling people on the carpet in 2009, bankers, he called them on the carpet, and he said, the pitchforks and torches are right out there. I'm the only thing standing between you and the pitchforks and torches. And all the people in this room who are very upset with Trump were celebrating that sort of stuff. So when the shoe's on the other foot, the authoritarianism from the left is okay. It's just when Trump takes a stake in Intel, it's the end of the world. Because he runs it badly.
But, Ben, this is why Americans were so actually kind of upset about what happened after the financial crisis, because despite what you just described, Obama allegedly said, nobody paid a price for that, right? Nobody actually paid a price for that. Meanwhile, Trump is not just the things that we talked about, not just Intel, not